All right, are we live? Thanks, we're live. All right, anyway, welcome and shalom. We're live tonight on this Saturday night, June 3rd, 2023, 6-3. That's right. 9:48. Wow, it is kind of late. I put up an earlier video, an hour ago, that I wasn't coming on to do the study I planned on because I had anyway, I had a busy day, so anyway, is what it is. Going through this lawsuit and actually it's kind of like suing two people, but anyway, not fun. Anyway, not fun. So that got in my way today. Some unexpected stuff came up, so anyway, I had to deal with that. And anyway, I just don't feel like doing no studies tonight. I don't know how this is going to turn out. All I know is today it was a hard day. And I don't know. I'll learn more tomorrow, I guess. But life goes on. But sometimes the studies don't. Oh, man. Anyway, so that's that. Get to it when I get to it, I guess. Hopefully soon. But John had a really good idea to start some studies on these other books. So we studied everything inside out, the canon books, the extra canon books, all the books. So now I would like to study some like Mesopotamian some of those studies and ancient religions would be kind of cool too. Anyway, so that's the plan. It was a kind of a trying day. So anyway, not that things. I think things are taking a turn for the better. I hope, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. Not too far. This whole thing has been a roller coaster ride and not a fun one. I never did like roller coaster rides to begin with, and one's no different. Just as stupid. Anyway, so that is the plan, Stan. Had a nice little bar a little bit ago, and that was delicious. Me and the doggies. But yeah, man, I'm just worn out from this crap. I'm dealing with the devil himself. It's like the devil crawled up these people's rear end and running them. That's all I can really conclusion I can come up with. Anyway, what else? Not much else. I'm gonna do a quick little chat, and if nobody comes in 10 minutes, I will just skedaddle out of here and probably just go pass out because I am tired. It's been a long day. But hopefully I'm making progress on my situation. There was a point where I had to take matters into my own hands. That's right. Anyway, so that's that. That's where we're at on that. Yeah, what a roller coaster ride. I've been in lawsuits before, and never fun. Maybe like the day you get paid. That's fun. Well, hey, Grace, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Welcome and shalom. How was your day? I just got done with a little barbecue. It was nice. Me and the doggies had a little barbecue. And Anyway, I hope you had a wonderful Saturday. Yeah, this lawsuit thing is it's hard. It's hard to deal with demons. It really is. They wear you out. I see how Cynthia feels. You know what I mean? Yeah, these people are straight up from the pits of hell. If there is pits of hell, this is where these people came from. Yeah, that's right. I guess that's their home base or something. You know what I'm saying? Demons, these people. Demons. Anyway, hopefully I'm making progress. I don't know. Sometimes it don't seem like it. But anyway, so today, yeah, I dealt with my lawyer and insurance company. Busy, fun. My nephew's birthday barbecue pool party. I'm exhausted. Really? You had busy with fun? Your nephew's birthday barbecue pool party. You're exhausted. Yeah, me too, Grace. I had some, me and the doggies, we sat around. We had some fun. Honestly, I don't know how Cynthia does. I don't either, Grace. But by the looks of it, it's not faring too well on her. Right, because I've been dealing with demons at the insurance company. Straight up demons from the pit of hell. And yeah, I don't know how she does it. It's really exhausting. I think I have a headache, and I don't never get headaches. Well, hey Dee, how you doing tonight? Welcome in, Shalom. Hope you had a wonderful Saturday. How was your day? Sounds like Grace had a fun day. Yep, I had a barbecue just a little bit ago. It was really good. And watering my plants. I love my. You guys already have a tiny tomato. One of my plants is a tiny tomato. I'm so happy. Anyway, I was just out watering, and I still have like 3 boxes to go. Maybe I'll get back to that tomorrow. It's been hot out every day now. You're doing good. Awesome. You had a nice Saturday. I did. But unexpectedly, I got a call from. Anyway, let's just say the wheels are in motion right now. A week ago today, I took matters into my own hands. Anyway, so now my lawyer is involved with. Anyway, my lawyer is involved, so it's nice to have a lawyer because it takes a lot of the stress off, but not all of it. But it takes a lot off. Let the lawyer do the talking, right? I gotta see my brand new niece. She's really how brand new? Month old, 2 months old. What are we looking at? Tiny Peanut just came out of the shell. You're a new niece. A niece. So it must be your brother or your sister's child. She's beautiful. Oh, I bet she is. I bet she is. It will all work out. In the meantime, don't let the stress wear on you too much. Yeah, I hear you, Grace. So aggravating how evil people are. And people are liars. Such liars. And just evil, man. I just can't stand it. Anyway, yeah. It's been really stressful. Well, the whole 3 years has been stressful, but things have been really ramping up the last 2 weeks. So today things kind of kicked off, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Just hand it up to God. She's 2 months old. Wow. I wish my attorney has a 4-year-old child, and boy, I wish I could. I wish I could do it over. I wish my son was 4 years old again. You know what I mean? I would do things so much different now. So much different, but the 80s was the 80s. I had my kids in the early 80s, and even then, though, but anyway, live and learn. They're all off doing their own thing now. They got their own lives, and but if I had to do it over again, I'd do a lot of stuff different. I'd be one of those weird families that don't have the TV in the house that I always thought was a weird family. Well, no, actually, that was a smart family on the block. There's like one family on the block that doesn't have a TV. And you think, oh, they're weird. No, actually, they were the smart ones. Uh, Everybody else is just on the programming train to nowhere. Anyway, well, it sounds fun. Did you get to hold the baby? I bet you did. I bet you got to hold baby, the little pea pod. I love when they're all wrapped up, swaddled up, like wrapped up real tight, like a little peanut, or like a pea in a pod. Anyway, babies are so cool. Babies are cool. Kids are cool. I love kids and babies. With age comes wisdom. I think we would all do our parenting different. Yeah, right. Yeah. Looking back, I mean, you know what though? We didn't even have the internet when my kids grew up. So that's a good thing because I don't know. I don't know if it would have turned out any different. Who knows? But I'm glad we didn't have that. They were just inventing it in the 90s when my kids were getting older. But anyway. Yep, with age comes wisdom. So, can you imagine people in the Bible that are having kids at 150 years old? You know how wise you'd be? The kid wouldn't be able to pull nothing off. You'd have an answer for everything. You have your first kid at 100 years old. You know what I mean? Oh, I love that water. I just love well water. Well, we got some hungry, vicious mosquitoes. I don't know about you, Grace, but they're I saw in the news Minnesota's got about a lot of complaints to the DNR right now about too many mosquitoes, and I've never seen them this bad. I think certain cities spray for it, but not up here. And I wouldn't want them to spray. I remember the helicopters spraying, and I remember the helicopters were like they were nutcases. They would go zooming real close to the ground, then pull up at the last second and spin in circles like they were on some stunt show. And everybody knew him for how crazy he drove that helicopter. Guess what? One day he crashed. I think it was in White Bear Lake, somewhere. I can't remember. But yeah, one day he crashed, and everybody said, yeah, just a matter of time. He used to go so crazy. Who was that who had a baby in her 80s? Was it Jimmy Carter or in his 80s? A president? Well, Jimmy Carter had that girl with Rosin. They're both still alive. It's so weird because Jimmy Carter had brain cancer like 10 years ago, inoperable and everything else, and he was on hospice last year. Still hasn't died. I don't know. I think it's maybe part robot. I'm not sure. In their 80s, you know who else did? Tony Randall from The Odd Couple. He had a child like in his 70s or 80s. A few people did, which is kind of sad for the kid because they ain't even gonna, Pop's probably ain't gonna make it to graduation. I don't know. If he is, he'd be 100. But yeah, terminal brain cancer. Who was it? Yeah, terminal brain cancer. What was that, like 10 years ago or something? And now he went on hospice like what, a year ago? That we usually last more like a few weeks on that deal. I mean, It's probably best design, but anyway, what do I know? So anyway, since we're all kind of tired, Dee, I don't know if you're tired. She might not still be here. Maybe she went outside or something. Um, yeah, I probably won't be on here real long. Man, it makes me mad when there's a mosquito in the house. Anyway, yeah. So it sounds like you had a great day, Grace. It sounds like Dee had a nice day. I did for the most part. Just you know what? I get so mad. I actually my hands shake. I get so angry at these people. It's just like I don't know if anybody's ever done this to me besides these people. Unbelievable. But anyway, devil themselves. So maybe tomorrow night. I don't know. Well, I didn't have a pool party, but I did have a barbecue. And anyway, all my plants are rocking. Well, hi John, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. I hope you had a great Saturday. I just telling I got a little too frazzled out from my lawsuit stuff today. So I'm not going to do anything except chat for a little bit. These people are wearing on my last nerve. Anyway, never had a lawsuit that was fun. I should say that. It's always bullcrap dealing with straight up doubles. Anyway, good to see you, John. How was your day? How was your day? It was pretty fun though. I watered my plants and rocking. I can imagine it would be stressful. Yeah. Yeah, I think this. Yeah, I've had a couple lawsuits, and this is. And it really shouldn't be, but it is. It's stressful. But anyway, I'm glad I have a lawyer. He's a good lawyer. Uh, somebody to fight for me because demons. They like when you don't have a lawyer, so the devils can fight with the lawyer instead of me. You know what I'm saying? Straight up demons. I'm telling you that. Anyway, yeah, it is stressful. It's about my garage. I mean, it's completely now it's caved in. The roof's caved in, and they're still saying it can be fixed. Can you believe that? Oh, I could punch a wall sometimes, but I won't. No, I hurt my hand. And anyway, I'm happy I finally have a lawyer, and today the lawyer came in handy because yeah, he can take it from here. So hopefully someday I will have my garage replaced, but until then, it's just been bull crap. You know what they are, a $350 billion company. $350 billion, and they're trying to rob me. Are they still wanting to park on your property? Oh no, not the neighbors. No, I'm fighting with the insurance company right now. Yeah, the neighbor's next. The neighbor's next. I'm dealing with both the insurance and the next door neighbor. He's got I got a separate lawsuit for him. And you know what? I have to laugh when I hear people say, "I'm going to sue them." You know how expensive it is to sue somebody? Yeah. So, I mean, it is thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get an attorney and sue somebody. They don't just take your case and then pay you if you win. They don't do that anymore. That's like from the 80s or 90s. They don't do that anymore. You come up with thousands of like several $1,000s just to get their attention. And then there's court costs. There's you got to pay sheriffs to serve people summons. It goes on and on and on. Oh, there's hundreds of dollars to file in a civil court. I mean, not civil court, but district court or whatever it is, whatever the stupid court is. Yeah. We all have mind powers. Use it to sway things to your advantage. Well, that's what I'm trying to do, John. I'm trying to just make it into turn it into my own outcome. You know what I mean? Dang, I had to fight with an insurance company once too. What a huge pain. I know. This is the second time I've fought with an insurance company in a lawsuit. I've had lawsuits before, and you know, those insurance companies are the worst. Years ago, I applied for a job with an insurance provider. The managing director was extremely rude and condescending. Oh, yeah. That's what you have to be, John, in order to work there. You got to make sure you have no soul, no conscience, a seared conscience. You have to be a complete a-hole. You have to know how to be condescending, be rude on people, cold-hearted. Make sure you don't give a rat's behind what happens to them. Those are like the prerequisites, I guess. These people are straight from the pit of hell. I'm not even kidding. Hope you turned down the job. Yeah. Did they give you a pair of horns and a tail to put on? And a pitchfork? Because that's what the guys that I'm dealing with have. I haven't actually seen most of them. I've seen some of them. One of them I saw. No, I'm sorry. I saw one, my agent. I saw an adjuster, and then I saw 2 instructional engineers. So that's 4 people I saw, and yeah, they all had horns and a tail and a pitchfork, every one of them. I didn't really get it at the time, but now I looking back, yeah, that's why. Oh, that's what that was about. Yeah, because it's straight up demons. That's why. Anyway, so I'm picturing this all turning out. Hopefully someday I'll have a new garage. That's all I want. Fair. I want it to be fair. You mean just what, and now of course now other stuff. I have a lot of expenses and everything else. But yeah. Oh, how annoying. So yeah, they called me today with another slap in the face offer. Anyway, just like, oh, I might, I mean, I get so triggered. Anyway, I'm glad I have a lawyer that can deal with it now, because man, I will lose it on these people if I have to keep dealing with it. Hang on a second, guys. Turn this on a little bit here. Anyway, so you hear that? That's my fan. Piece of paper caught in it. Did you hear that? Oh, there's a piece of paper caught in my fan. That was that noise. Anyway, that piece of plastic. Anyway, well, you know what is a fair and reasonable price, so you're not gonna let them pull one over on it. Yeah. I've gone to yeah. I've done some things in the last week that lit a fire underneath them. So really don't even want to say anything because I think someday they're probably gonna make me not talk about it. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. Someday you may see me protesting out on the corner with giant picket signs, just like those street preachers with the bullhorns and the picket signs. I'm very close to doing that. Picket signs and bullhorns and canvas banners. I would rather be a certain southern gentleman who lives in a cabin in the woods than work for an insurance company. Yeah, right? No. Yep. You know what, John? I don't think that certain person is doing so good lately because the police got a hold of Cynthia and said that Mark was overheard saying something horrible in a restaurant. He won't say what it is, but it was bad enough where the police got a hold of Cynthia and said, put your animal back on the leash. And it's really weird. Neither one of them will go into that bunkhouse to do laundry. The games are over. No. His game is never over. Well, it might be pretty soon, Grace. He might. Yeah. I don't know what's going to go first, his health or the handcuffs. I don't know what's going to happen first, handcuffs or health. One of them, I don't know which one's going to come first. I think he's getting close to getting some handcuffs put on him. I don't know. I don't know when did the police contact it? 2 days ago. 2 days ago, John. They sent her email saying that Marcos overheard saying some horrible things in a restaurant. The police sent her an email. The police did. She better invest in that piano. Which piano? You mean the piano box? No, she just needs a piano box, Grace. That's going to be his coffin. That's what they did with the Laurel and Hardy guy character. Piano box. Yeah, forget the piano. She just needs the box it came in. Piano box. Yeah, piano box. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what they did to Stan Laurel or whatever, the bigger one. They may have to cut the wall out of the side of the cabin, when time comes. But they've done that before, so they got saws and stuff, chainsaws and whatnot. Yes, she needs to invest in that piano box. Yep. So yeah. He mentioned it twice, John. Someone sent an email to Lafayette Police first about it. Well, whoever was in the restaurant did contact La Follette Police or wherever he was. And now all of a sudden he's not going to eat breakfast out in a restaurant anymore. He's going somewhere else to get the meals cooked and handed to him so he can go home and eat it. Huh. That's different. Yeah. It's not surprising, no. No, because what happens with these people, John, is they get bolder and bolder, louder and louder, and pretty soon, they're so angry that they think they keep pushing the boundaries more and more till they're threatening people. Things like, you have no idea what I can do to you, and stuff like that. Oh yeah, you have no idea who you're messing with, stuff like that. And then pretty soon it's outright threats. It's not going. He's not going to the grocery store anymore either. So he claims an hour away. Well, something must have happened in Knoxville. Because all of a sudden he's avoiding that place now. Tell you, it's why he goes so far, because he asks waitresses about their sex life. You made a video about that. Yeah, well, that is true, John, and I thought about that. But even as raunchy as he is, like if you're raunchy to your waitress, that's still not enough for her to call the police. Saying, man, this guy was a nasty pervert, man. He wants to have sex with all the women and stuff. Well, that's still not enough to call the police. You have to have some type of a threat. He's got to be doing something borderline illegal, something breaking the law, something that they're threatened by. A pig, you can't call the cops because somebody's being a nasty pig, as you can imagine he would be. There has to be some type of element of threat in there, you know what I mean? Maybe he's casting more genital sores on people again. That is true. It depends on the level of yeah, true, John. True, John. He is a filthy pig, so yeah. Yeah. Desperate too, you know what I mean? The hookers probably don't want nothing to do with it anymore. They don't want to take cheeseburger cards. They want cash. You know what I mean? And he's handing out sandwich cards. No, they don't want that. So yeah, he's probably having difficulties. Sticks out like a sore thumb. And you know what? You know what, John? He tried to make it sound like well, he said the things that they told Cynthia that I was saying all kinds of things that I never said. He said the government can do that. They can make it sound like you're saying things that you didn't. So he's saying that he didn't say all these things. Sexual harassment can be worthy of a police call. That is true. That's true. That'd be the first thing that comes to mind. Or threats. Like, you don't know who I am and you don't know who you're messing with and all that kind of stuff. I just bet that's not the first time MH has been in trouble with the La Follette police. Yeah, I don't think so either, John. Not only that, but I've drawn attention to him by way of police, putting them in hashtagging them in my videos so that it catches their attention. I mean, he's out there videotaping his crimes. He's throwing his trash in random dumpsters. He's speeding. He's live streaming while he's that's against the law to live stream in Tennessee while you're driving. Most places it is. He's loud. There would have been plenty of witnesses who exactly. Yeah, he is loud. Yeah. Plenty of witnesses. And he's telling Cynthia that it wasn't him. Well, you know what? He stands out. Stands out like a sore thumb. It's not like a random guy. No, you won't forget when you see Mark. There's nobody. Mark even admitted that he was the fattest person in Israel. Nobody else was as fat as him. He admitted that. So yeah, he stands out. Yeah, there's a lot of overweight people. Most people now are almost, you know what I mean, half people. So no, it's beyond that. He stands out. You know what I mean? The way how loud he is, the way his appearance, the giant girth, his giant belly and everything, and kidnapping a disabled man and holding him against his will is a crime too. That's true. But they didn't do nothing about that, did they, John? But now that other things are happening, he also admitted that he couldn't fit behind the steering wheel of his rental car. That's right. So there's no way, I mean, everybody could pick Mark out of a lineup, you know what I mean? You don't think if Mark went in the lineup, everybody in that restaurant could pick him up? Yeah, no, he's trying to convince Cynthia it wasn't him, and he didn't say it. Wasn't him. Government has ways to do that. They can make it sound like you're saying something. Yeah, all right. Yeah, just like they do with John McCarthy. Yeah. So yeah, he's trying to backpedal with Cynthia. And now lately he's been bringing up stories about him and Cynthia, the good times they had, trying to butter her up. Yeah. I don't know what it's going to take to wake her up. What is it going to take to wake her up to who he is? How many calls and emails and comments and phone calls and everything else does it take? So either the whole world, everybody in the world is wrong and Mark's right, or vice versa. You know. And you know what? Cameras are everywhere, and businesses have cameras. You know, you don't think that they have cameras? At this point, Cynthia should be able to notice the inconsistency. Yeah, she should, but I don't know if she does. I think she might be mentally ill because, yeah, I don't know. If she's on disability, if she's drunk and blacking out, she is going to believe anything he tells her. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I noticed neither one of them are going in the bunkhouse anymore. So what happened in there? Remember? She blacked out. She blacked out in the bunkhouse and doesn't remember anything. And now neither one of them will go in there. So what is going on in that bunkhouse? I think the police should go look in there. Maybe there's somebody tied up in there. I mean, it's so weird. They're both going to the laundromat. And they got a machine, brand new machine at their house. That works fine. Machines. But yeah, that's what she did. She blacked out and doesn't remember anything. Doors were locked. You know, it's so weird how she blacked out and it was all, the bunkhouse was all locked up. That was like within days after Mark left the country. She tried to get in the bunkhouse and it was all locked up for the first time ever. And now neither one of them will go in there. And she blacked out in a rage. Wow, just weird. Anyway, I hope the police start looking into him. He's drawing attention now that maybe they're not going to keep overlooking anymore. They've overlooked that long enough. You know why? Because they gave him all that money, all them sandwich cards, $5,000 a month, or what was it at first? $500 each a week for 3 places. I mean, we're talking 6,000, $3,000 going to a laundromat to witness by sitting in your car entire time. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Well, Kay asked, why do you guys go to laundromat when you have your own laundry? And he said, well, I'm just going here because I got a bunch of blankets I want to wash. And she said, oh, that makes sense. But he's been to the laundromat, I don't know, twice a week ever since, and he's not doing blankets. So why don't these people say, hey, wait a minute? He said this is like a one-time deal because, these blankets, what you can figure. Yeah, I can see that. But, yeah, it's not the blankets anymore. So, yeah, I mean, these people like getting lied to them. They must. Maybe they're in a relationship where they got lied to all the time, and then they broke up and then they miss it or something. I don't know. They like being lied to. I don't know why. Yeah, witnessing. They're not even claimed to be witnessing anymore. It's just to get out and waste time. To waste time. Wow. When I saw my first June bug, I saw one today. I saw one yesterday too. But yeah, I saw my first June bug on June 1st. I saw another one today. It was upside down. His legs were wiggling. I gave him a little push. I said, "Better, he better not come near me." Anyway, yeah, none of it makes sense. But she wants to live in bizarre world. Oh well, she can. There's there's another legal case I'm kind of involved in. It's such a bizarre, weird legal case. I'm gonna have to tell you when it's over. Um, Somebody I know is anyway. I'll have to tell you when it's over. Just so I told you guys the weirdest stuff. Another bizarre, weird thing happened, and somehow I got caught up in it. And anyway, so that's going to be next week. There's going to be a court hearing on this thing that I'm not like involved, like a charge or anything, but somebody I know got charged with something that anyway it was just so crazy that I was there, and I anyway. So we're gonna. That's next week. That's coming up next week. And you know what it's going to be? You know what they do now for a lot of court and stuff? They do it's a conference call, or what do they call it, where you do it on the phone? You call the judge and you do the court thing at your first hearing on the phone. Like they look at you and you look at them on the phone. What's that called? FaceTime or something like that. Yeah, that's you don't even go to the court anymore. You just do that. Anyway, crazy. We're getting to the new world order where everything's robotic and yeah. Even court is from home now on the phone. Just weird. Anyway, when that gets over, I'm going to talk about it. That's just so crazy, you guys. So, but this world is filled with cream puffs and nutcases. I'm telling you. That was another bizarre thing that kind of happened recently too. Anyway, life is so strange. So anyway, guys, I don't know. I'll probably get off of here and I don't know, decompress from the day again. Uh, Anyway, so yeah, going to the laundromat when you got a washer and dryer. Ugh. Something's going on in that bunkhouse. I don't know. But anyway, well, I'll wrap it up and say goodnight to everybody. Thank you, Father, for gathering us and getting us through another day. Glory to you. Well, thanks for coming in, guys. Sorry I had to push that study again. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it tonight. I don't know what we'll do tomorrow. Depends how tomorrow goes. If I get caught up in more crap. Anyway. So good night to Dee and Grace and John and anybody else that was here listening. And I hope you guys have a good rest of the evening. And I hope tomorrow's awesome for everybody. Have a great Sunday. Hope you can all enjoy it and maybe have family or whatever. Good food, good fun, family, fun, food. All the F's you can. Family, food, and fun. And swimming pools. And movie stars. And barbecues for sure. All right, well, love you too, Grace. You want to say goodnight to Elvis? Hold on, I gotta say goodnight to Elvis. He's been hiding in my backyard because this whole Seattle thing. All right. Elvis. Say goodnight, Elvis. There you go. Good night, everybody. Yeah, he's a little nervous about the this whole Seattle thing. It's got him a little uptight, so he's been hiding out in my backyard. Anyway, he's cool. Yeah, good night to you. Yep, good night, Elvis. Good night, John. Good night, everybody. Love you guys. Hope to see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening and have an awesome day tomorrow. Glory to God and shalom.